You can name the person.
Yeah,
No, not this.
unfortunately, I don't know the name, but it's this lady.
Chef.
Çiçek.
Yes, chef. Congratulations, chef. Can I ask a question? What attracts you in her question? Like, what gives you, like, you feel that this is the best question? Like, is she...
Yeah, because when I stopped in the middle and gave some direction because I really wanted to have a conversation, and the question which goes deep down and tries to explore some information which is going to be valuable for their future career. So I think Çiçek was able to do that. So thank you very much.
Thank you. She will receive. Yeah.
Now we have a couple of online questions. We have them here, but they're, because of lack of time, I will ask them the three most interesting.
Sure.
First one first online question is, even in the life of students, there is a moment in life when you cannot do anything. It's not from laziness, it's just you burnt out. Maybe you had this feeling in your business, maybe you had this case in your business that you wanted to go to BP again, like to stop your idea on one stage and come probably stop anything related to this company. Can you tell how to avoid this, to have constant motivation to continue? You already mentioned that you enjoy what you are doing. How to be in this state even in the education? How to be motivated to study more, not come to the position where you burn out?
Yeah, that's a great question. Really great question. How you stop from getting into the trap of burning out? I think that's part of what we already discussed when I said you should have interests outside your career, and in your case, outside your education. You should have activities which give you maximum satisfaction. And when you feel you are burning out with your classes, you just stop doing it for a short period of time, and you go out and you do what you enjoy most. Again, I don't know what it can be. You go and do gardening, or you stop and cuddle some cat on the street and you talk to that cat. Maybe you take that cat under your protection from that moment onwards. But you should be able to stop thinking about issues which burn you from inside. You should just stop about thinking it for a while and think about something else and do something else. When I say something else, I mean literally. You behave as if you are not a student, for example. Right? You don't have any classes, you don't have any teaching assignments, and you are not a student. For that moment in time, you are reading a book and you associate yourself with that particular person in the book, and you are that person. Live the life of that person until you finish certain chapters of that book. Or maybe you are cuddling a cat, you imagine you are a cat. I don't know, when you are running in the gym on treadmill, imagine you are Usain Bolt or something. But you have to completely stop thinking about that portion for a while. I'm not saying, forget about your classes for 2 days, no. But at least for an hour or two. Because why is it important? It's not just a trick. It's important because all of a sudden you start realizing that your overarching problems, they don't actually exist. Life is apparently not just about this. I could be a cat, I could be a sports person, I could be a hero in the book I'm reading at the moment. So there are options in life. I could be anybody, any person I want. And at that moment you realize it's not just about you. We're just a small molecule in the entire universe, where there is some rules and some natural flows, and we're part of that. Just let it go. You have to experiment this for a while, and then you feel better. I hope.
Any other questions?
There's two online questions. Yes, thank you very much for the first one answer. It was actually interesting to me because one time we have previous tests and etc. And we are so tired of this. So you can't even imagine how we have done that.
Well, I can imagine, but
Okay.
we can find solution.
Now the second question. There are students in ADA community that are already interested in creating their own business. And not only interested, I can say already started. We have clubs for business in our school. We have the manager of the clubs that already has her business in her 20s. Some people, even in our age, I don't want to name using names, but they are already started trading, online trading, quoted, stocks, market, and pretty successful. Do you think that this experience in these files, in our age, can contribute very positively to the choice that we will make in the future? Do you think that having this experience in our time, in our age, is good?
Yeah, very tough question. I think whatever experience you have in managing business at this age, of course it's extremely helpful, but to a point. There will be a person who takes that experience further and reaches his or her goals in life for the time to come. Some other people will be burned out by this experience. So it depends on personalities. I believe you all heard about the story of Bill Gates. He was studying at Harvard School. He quit his studies, went on with his business idea. His relationship with his father deteriorated to a point of no return, but he still continued with that idea because he strongly believed that was the right way to go. So if you are that determined, then how lucky you are that you have such a brilliant project idea and you have that amount of determination and energy, then you are 0.001% in the world. So you are extremely, extremely lucky person. So of course go by this, by all means go after your dream. Anything outside of that can go in multiple directions, we never know. Yeah, so you are multiplying your risks, and if your business is, for whatever reason, is not successful in the next year, then that can have a detrimental impact on your psychology, because with all due respect, even people at the age of 30 don't have stamina to withstand failures. People at the age of 50 don't have enough stamina. So at your age, of course, it's even harder to withstand failures. So if you are failing in your business, will you be able to step up and continue? That's another question. But if you are not failing and you are going ahead, yeah, by all means, continue. Of course, I'm very pleased you have those people. At least those are risk takers. So you're feeling okay now. So you are able to stand up. By the way, it's another sign of strong personality when you fail and you stand up again.
Yeah, sorry. And I think it will be the last question also, Sam. There was interesting situation. I think it's actually not the question that should be described to the age of us, because we are not building a business that will rely all our life. But I quite sure that most percent, like as the ADAlilar founder one time said, like today is hard day, tomorrow is even harder day, but the third day will be the beautiful day. People die, tomorrow we can. My question is that how to stay alive until the third day, how to continue a business after fail. For example, my aunt, one time I had this fantasy of essay finder, but it failed because copywriting. I had problem with law. And because of young age, I wasn't able to continue. But it was the strong desire, strong motivation. How to step up and continue your idea after that.
Yeah, how you step up once you fail? I think that's the
Yes,
summary
yes.
of your question, right? Watch movies, maybe. Read books. I mean, for every person, it's a different motivational factor. What really motivates me is sometimes biography of other great people. And I'm not joking when I say watch movies. When you watch movies, you watch it, you know, I prefer to watch movies based on real stories, for example. A real story, biography movie of some person who really experienced all of that. Another thing which motivates me to the largest extent is realization that even the most successful people, I mean literally the most successful people of all time, they went through a series of tough problems, tough issues, extremely difficult obstacles that they had to overcome. Name any single great person and that person's life, you will see huge obstacles. So what that story tells us is that an obstacle, a failure, is just part of life. You know, if you want to live on this planet, and there is no other planet where we can live, you just have to accept the rules of the game. You will fail and you will stand up. Maybe you will fail again and then you will stand up again. Those are just the rules of the games. Nobody is exempt from those rules. All the greatest people in the world, greatest people of all time, they didn't achieve success because they were extremely lucky and they woke up one day and created, like, even think about Bill Gates, we just mentioned. What he had to go through. He stopped talking to, his father stopped talking to you and he was your age. So imagine your father stops talking to you, he hates you, everybody in your school hates you, people call you nuts, and you're living in some garage and building some computers. Nobody even knows what you are doing. And he was totally isolated, and even up to now he pays the price because he's an isolated person, his personality changed. He paid a lot of price and he continues paying it even after becoming extremely successful. So everybody pays the price. So don't be afraid of obstacles, don't be afraid of failures. Embrace them, say welcome. I'm not going to handle you, and once I overcome you, I will be a stronger person. Next obstacle, please. And then you say, next obstacle, please. You just go step by step. You never give up. Because that's called life. On this planet, that's how people live. There's no other equation. It's just like this. Okay.
Question again?
Yes, of course, it's yours.
One.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me
Thanks, Mr. Ilgar Mehti, on behalf of our ADA school. I think this talk was very useful and interesting for you all. Thank you.
Thank you very